Hello and welcome back with Losing with Shannon. I keep saying I will make this video soon and I've never not gotten to it. So, I follow a special diet, I guess, called Trim Healthy Mama, and it is a low glycemic diet pretty much that focuses on whole foods and superfood nutrition. So, I've been on Trim Healthy Mama while counting points or calories or whatnot, off and on, for a whole year until I got pregnant. So the first trimester is all about survival, and I posted a video about what my first trimester experience is like. I am having a hit cold, so I can't hear out this ear at all at this moment until I sneeze again. So, in the first trimester, I gained 17 pounds. I started feeling better. I had the least amount of nausea, I feel like, in any of my pregnancies, or this pregnancy. Unisom and B6 actually worked. So, with that in mind, I gained 17 pounds in the first trimester. I don't know if it's because I just went so hog wild on the off-plan carbs, or if it's because I've been on a weight loss journey for a year and a half when I got pregnant. And like my body's like, oh, we've been starving for a year and a half. We got to pack on some pounds. But then I was thinking recently, I gained about 70 to 80 pounds, give or take, because I really don't know the end numbers. By the end of the third trimester, I would feel so bad and horrible about myself, I would stop looking at the scale. I know I was over 300. Maybe at the end of this trimester, I will ask my doctor, what was I the day I was induced? Because, I mean, I know I was about 315 at one point with Jane, but I have no clue with Simon. At one point I was 315. I don't know what it was like otherwise. So, around January, I started feeling better. So I started adding, by the mid first trimester, I was able to start doing at least one crossover a day. And that was breakfast, and then I'd get off plan. So when I started feeling better around 13, 14 weeks, I would add another meal. No pressure. Add another meal. By 14 weeks, I was fully back on plan. I have given myself a lot more cheese than I normally do. And I will grab more bites than I normally would typically do. But mac and cheese is so good. Like regular old blue box mac and cheese. So, I feel like I kind of had little small cheats more in the second trimester than I would if I wasn't pregnant, maybe. I don't know. Now, I was doing like a couple weeks where I would cheat one day, like really bad, or weekends were really hard for me. So, around the January, February, I was about 298 and doing pretty good. No, not 298, 198 with Trim Healthy Mama. Then let's finish this. He said he's going to be quiet. So, I was going to look at my particular weights, but I can't now because I don't trust myself on the ball with him in my lap with the phone in my hand. So, I do believe I was back at 198 when I got back on Trim Healthy Mama and was doing really good for a few weeks. But once I started exercising again, because I got back on plan, and then finally around 15, 16 weeks, I got back on exercising. And exercising automatically just makes me hold on to 3 pounds every day. And that's hopefully muscle mass, water retention, you know, whatnot. I understand that, and I know that. So it doesn't really bother me. Although I really was hoping to stay under 200 pounds for so long, but that didn't happen. And then I think I ate off plan really badly one weekend, and I think I gained like 5 pounds. And I never was able to shake that. I might have been able to shake it for like maybe a week. and it's around 17, 18 weeks. So I'm like, went back to the plan book. I will say it again, if you are pregnant or nursing, go back to the plan book, read that chapter, go to the library, read that chapter, and refresh yourself on, you know, the easy burning crossovers and tips on how to manage your weight better following this lifestyle while pregnant or nursing. Those have helped me so much. So I went back to the book and started to really look at my meals. So I started to try really hard. Since the second trimester started, there were some days I did not have ease at all, other than I just had to because of a migraine or a headache. So I would force myself on those E's. And the book even says, pretty much bare minimum, you should have 4 crossovers a week, even if you have extra weight. So I started to do that, and I really bulked up my meals with veggies around 17, 18 weeks. So the emails were able to hold me. Also, there's even a suggestion to drink almond milk with some protein powder in it, kefir with some protein powder in it, things like fat stripping frappas. By the way, I use cacao powder, and I don't know if I put enough sweetener in it, or I'm just really feeling sick today, so it's not selling well. Or it needs more sweetener. I don't really make those often. So, like collagen milk, beauty milk, that's something super quick and easy and doesn't take a ton of ice to pulverize. That's something you can add to email and it will help you. Except the problem is, if you watch my weigh-in videos or my other videos, the problem with pregnancy, maybe nursing, but definitely pregnancy, is you cannot plan 1 week and just assume the next week's going to be just the same. Around the same time that I was going out of town with my mom, all of a sudden, like, the hunger monster came. You said you was going to be quiet. The hunger monster came, and nothing was making me happy at all. Like, I would eat, feel starving after an hour, have a second snack, especially if I worked out, and then have a second lunch. Like, I would have like 2 breakfasts and a lunch and a snack and maybe a dinner, like over and over again. It was ridiculous. So I think that's at the point where I went from barely managing 203, like squeezing that in, to pretty much being 207. So all through the month of March, April, May, is it April, March, April, May, I've been about 207. If I have an off-plan meal, I will jump up to 215. At the doctor's office, their scale says I'm 215 or 211. It's horrible. Because I'm like, I'm home, I'm 207. I've been 207 for months. I have not gained any weight. Hopefully I'm losing while baby's gaining the last 3 months. Now I have noticed with, pregnancy issues about going to the bathroom, that I will have days where I start gaining, and then I'll finally get to go to the bathroom, and then I'll finally have lost or gone back to 207. So my goal is to stay at 207 as long as I possibly can. I don't know what will happen after I go camping, because I'll be 32 weeks and I'll be doing a lot of crossovers that weekend, because I'll be camping. But maybe I'll be walking off. I don't know. I'll be chasing these hoodlums camping by myself with 2 kids. So the last few weeks of the second trimester, I tested my sugars myself at home, and I found out, if you've watched my videos, that emails, especially emails with brown rice, do not do my blood sugars any service. So they have to be crossovers, well anchored in fat and a protein. But other e-sources, especially once I had a good plate, were fine. I did the regular GD testing. Even though I did a whole week of testing at home, I still did the regular doctor's office GD test with the horrible glucose, because people like to shame you about that. So that was my choice, in my preference, so my doctor can have the best results possible and the best parameters. She knows I'm testing at home occasionally, and I even she's already congratulated me about my weight gain, and she goes, "You're doing a good job." I'm like, "Great." It's so good to hear because I'm so frustrated. I eat brown rice and trying so hard and working so hard, and my blood sugar's a little wonky. I'm really nervous. I passed from their parameters, but there's a reason why I switched eventually to THM. It's because when I gave birth to my last son, his sugars were wonky. He was big, but I have big babies. And someone that I do not know. I don't even remember their name because my baby's having issues. I want my baby, and I might have been hungry at the time. I don't know. Saying they can't get his blood sugars up. I had to have GD, and it's hard. Did I have GD? I passed the test, but did I have GD at the end? Or was she saying it because I'm fat? Because that was a question asked multiple times with his birth and that birth. Did you have GD? No. Also, don't you have my medical records? I don't have GD. So what? So that's why we test. That's why I test. That's why I am so concerned about my blood sugars. I passed the test, and I will be honest, I have not been testing after that. Was it 27 weeks? 26 weeks I had to test? I haven't been testing as well. And then all of a sudden, I am in the third trimester. It's changing again. Rule of thumb, pregnancy is going to be different for everyone following Trim Healthy Mama, depending on if you are on a weight loss journey or not. It's going to be different for every day. Your eating habits, like last week and probably today, I have not had a lick of vegetables. I am just kind of exhausted mentally. I'm just preparing vegetables and just... I really wish I could be pregnant, fat, and happy. But obviously, with my sugars right now and his birth, I can't be pregnant and happy and fat. And I know I'm doing a good job. It's just hard. It's so frustrating that I'm trying so hard and working so hard to stay 207 because I don't want to gain 80 pounds this pregnancy. And it's hard. It's frustrating. And it's not because Trim Healthy Mama isn't awesome and fun for some people. I feel like I've had to become more of a purist. I did find out when I was testing those blood sugars for a week, I cannot do dream fields, and I even tested it again this week. If I have dream fields the day after, my fasting sugars will be up or above where they should be. You know, I'll wake up 77, 88 and feel fine. But with dream fields, I'll be 94 or 100, which is not good. So I feel like this pregnancy, especially in the second trimester, especially with my blood sugars, I've had to become more of a purist. But again, I have 2 kids, and I'm more of a drive-through Sue in some aspects. So it's such a big conflict for me. Like, I can't use dream fields. And I feel like I really have to work on balance. Finding the THM balance every few days, every few weeks. And I really, really want to cheat super badly all the time. I mean, the cravings aren't as bad as they were in the first trimester. They're not. But it's that wish and want to be fat, pregnant, and happy. Please stop that. You're spitting on me. I mean, I can't. I mean, it's more important to the baby for me to eat a healthy diet, though. So... and to hopefully not gain so much weight. So, especially after I went back to the books, I tried to do 5 E's a week, but I can't even tell you if I actually am good at that. I'll definitely do 4 crossovers a week, and a lot of times, especially in the second trimester, it was like Tootsie, Bell, Burrito Night, and stuff like that. It wasn't like trying to do more easy, fat-burning crossovers versus like cheesy crossovers. And then after my sugar issue, I've kind of like went away from a lot of emails, especially emails that are like a bowl of something. So I I'm exhausted, and like today, like I'm so sick that it's hard some days. But the thing is, I know this is good for the baby, and the baby feels so strong and powerful when she kicks. And my doctor's thrilled with my weight gain. I mean, I'm not going to have one of those stories you see on the Trim Healthy Pregnant boards where I followed Trim Healthy Mama during my pregnancy. I gained 5 pounds, and I was in my pre-pregnancy jeans. Now, I'm not going to have that story. Although, I might actually still be in pre-pregnancy jeans or leggings when I do, because I'm still in my extra large pants. Some are a little tighter, more not as comfortable as others, and some shirts are tighter or shorter now. No, my stomach's hurting. I've been exercising, doing work-ins, bar, and lower body PT plan. Now I am like 30 weeks, and I feel amazing for 30 weeks. I'm starting to have more heartburn, but THM has mostly gave me freedom from heartburn. I would be on like Protonics in the second trimester. My sugars and blood pressure, other than those things in the second trimester, have been perfect. My doctor is thrilled and happy. So it's working. It's doing what exactly it needs to do. My baby's thriving as far as I know. If you want to see a bump. So, I kind of have a bump. This shirt really shows it off. Kind of like, I don't have a round bump. I will never have a round butt. I do have a waist. Baby's here mostly. Sometimes I feel kicks here. You go, oh man, that shirt's tight. It's actually not tight. There's all this fabric in the back. There's one picture I have from my first pregnancy where I actually wore this for most of my bump pictures. I had to stop at the end of the second trimester, I believe, or maybe in the middle of the second trimester, because it was so tight and it wouldn't fit anymore. I have all this space in the back. So even though I'm like, shoo, my stomach looks fat and big in it, I'm not as big as I think I am, because I know in the other pictures there's no gap like that in the back. So yeah, I might actually be in my pre-pregnancy leggings or jeans or stuff once I have this baby, but I still am. I do wear some 2X's now just because it's a little looser. This is 2X pants, but I actually think they're really tight for 2X pants. But some of those fat clothes I saved from last year do not fit me. Like, no, especially if you're going to work out, no. I did do boosted walking today as my exercise, and it's starting to get to that point where I probably can't do that. But, hey, I can still do work-ins mostly on Steady Fit. The ones I was able to do as Steady Fit. There's some moves I always have to do General Fit. So, THM does work for pregnancy. It's just trying to figure out your balance. I'm currently in a state of trying to figure out my current balance. So, but just like I've said in my other videos, Trim Healthy Mama is about finding your personal balance, and pregnancy is like a whole different game of finding that balance, especially when you're pregnant. Even when you're not pregnant, you have to figure, even if you are pregnant and not following Trim Healthy Mama, you have to figure out how do I eat without, eating the whole house when I'm pregnant. So it's not really actually abnormal. It's just abnormal to THM. So my biggest tips for the second trimester is get active in any way, shape, and form that you can do. Go back to the plan book and read it and really focus on how you can do this healthily and what you need to do. If you do have GD, go back to the plan book. There's a whole chapter on that, and I'm going to implement that this week. That's why I did the fat stripping frappa, because it has glucose in it for my blood sugars. I'm doing an okra challenge this week. Then what else is there to do? Fill up your plate full of veggies. I know it's hard, and I think that's why I struggle with breakfast anyways. I think that's why I've been struggling, because I'm like so sick of veggies. pile them up on your plate. I do definitely half a plate or more. And then strawberries. In the second trimester, you may find yourself not being able to do deep S anymore. So what I kind of like joke about is avocados and berries in a deep S is actually the pregnant or nursing ladies deep S, because as long as it's not nuts or stuff like that and cheese, it's an awesome S. And I've lost weight on it. Lost like amazing weight on a deep S that's actually not deep S. But I think when you're nursing or pregnant, that little carbs and avocado and strawberries keep you going. So definitely, I love strawberries this pregnancy. All the things I'm craving this pregnancy since the second trimester has started has been eggs, fats of some sort, avocados, and I hate avocados, and sausage. I've tried to cut back on the sausage because maybe that's why I was gaining so much weight. So it's all about looking. It's so different, the things I crave this pregnancy versus my other pregnancies. I mean, I'm craving all healthy foods, but I'm just like not into carbs right now at all. So it is what it is. I'll see you guys next time, and thank you for watching. And if you're on Trim Healthy Mama and you're pregnant, congratulations, and I hope it's a positive experience for you. Some days are hard, but you can absolutely do this. It's just sometimes takes a couple extra minutes to chop up some veggies and throw it on your skillet with egg. And I need to tell myself that more in the mornings. So, or just like pre-cut and put it in baggies. Ooh. I got through meals where I'm obsessed with them. Unlikely Heroes is one of them right now. It's an S. The egg gondolas. That was another one I was obsessed with for a week. Great snack too. 3 breakfast shakshuka, but fill it with more veggies. And Kate's spinach eggs. Those are like my 4 favorite meals right now as a pregnant lady, especially a Trim Healthy Mama. And if you notice, they all have eggs, but I actually feel bad if I don't have more than like a veggie or 2 or 3 on my plate. But the shakshuka, I would put spinach, green peppers, onions, and a can of tomatoes, and green peppers and zucchini in it. And my other kid would love it. So those are some recipes you can try if you are into eggs. Those are my favorite pregnancy meals. Oh, I make sausage gravy a few times a month, and he loves it, and it's Brianna's. So I couldn't eat the gravy the first start of the second trimester because it made me sick. But today it was okay in the last few times. But yes, those are my top 4 breakfast meals pretty much for the second trimester. So I hope you have a fantastic day, and tell me your favorite pregnancy meals. Pop them down below. You can see my meals I post every day at Guide to Charm on Instagram, and I will probably do a 31-week what I eat in a day video. Nope, there's no more gravy.
You ate
Later.
all it?
Yes, I ate it all. Actually, I'm eating it tomorrow. I'm not making more gravy, so I gotta go. I'll see you guys later. Bye.